Right. The amount of times I've brought up South Park in the Adventure Time videos, and pretty much any time, I figured, right, fuck it, we're gonna do South Park. Okay. I know that's mental. I know that's quite mental. You know, there's other shows There's other shows I'm gonna be doing as well. You know, Futurama. I'm gonna get around to that eventually. But South Park, in my opinion, is the fucking best adult animated series. Period. I don't care what you'll say. You might say The Simpsons from seasons 1 to maybe 9, maybe even 10. You might even say Futurama, and that's obviously that is pretty much, in my opinion, Matt Groening's best show he's ever done. You might even say early seasons of Family Guy. You might say American Dad, Harley Quinn, Rick and Morty. You say what you want, you know. But I think South Park is the best adult animated series ever. Period. For what it's done to Comedy Central, it's got very much an Adventure Time like way about it, where it's just revolutionized and saved the network. You know, Adventure Time, regular show, and Gumball saved Cartoon Network. You can damn well say that South Park has practically saved Comedy Central back when it first aired in 1997. And why don't we just fucking get on into it? I'm going to do the first 3 seasons plus the movie, and then we'll see where we can go from there. Season 1, 13 episodes, aired from 97 to 98. Of course, everyone knows the big success that South Park would have. Of course, it started off the spirit of Christmas. It blew up on the internet. They obviously did Jesus versus Santa, Jesus versus Frosty, some other shorts throughout the 1990s, and then eventually Comedy Central picked it up, and it just blew up from there, really. South Park was just all over the rage in the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s specifically, along with Pokemon, pretty much, and the reintroduction of like Star Wars when you get to 99, and The Matrix as well. There was a lot of big shit in the 90s, I can tell you. The late 90s, early 2000s, my period. And of course I came out. I shut out. I shut out March 12th, 99. Fucking get in. But yeah, season 1. Worst episode, Tom's Rhinoplasty. Best episode, Big Gay Boat Ride. Fucking great. These episodes. The average episodes. An elephant makes love to a pig. It's just a very dumb episode of South Park in which the kids make a pig fall in love with an elephant, and we get introduced to Stan's like deformed clone going around South Park wrecking the place. We also get introduced to Dr. Mephisto, who's a pretty fucking hilarious character in him and himself. Himself, he is a fucking class character. We also get introduced to Death in his own episode, Death, in which he goes around killing Kenny because he can. In fact, South Park's representation of Death, the Grim Reaper, is just pretty fun. I actually quite like it, and I actually do like the fact that Kenny can overwhelm Death and kill Death. Pretty good. Pink Eye, another average episode, really average. Can't remember much more that happened in that episode. It was just very random. The Rhinoplasty episode, in which Stan falls in love with the substitute teacher, which ends up being an Iraqi refugee. Yeah, I just didn't really like it. Some it didn't click. It's the first instance of the plastic surgery in South Park as well, so yeah, not exactly a great one. Liked episodes. Cartman gets an anal probe, which is the series premiere, of course, the famous episode in which Cartman gets fucking anally probed by aliens and summons these fucking aliens who just go around uttering moo because that's all they can. they speak in fucking cattle, honestly. They just go moo. Moo 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 moo. I fucking love the aliens, to be fair. It's really good to see them. You won't get to see them. till like the 7th season of the show, I believe. But yeah, really good, fucking amazing episode in which an anal probe just erupts out of Cartman's arsehole. Weight gain 4,000, in which Cartman puts on a shit ton of weight and becomes Jabba the Hutt. Fucking love that one. That was amazing. Fucking fat bastard that he is. Volcano. We get introduced to Jimbo and Ned. Two really good supporting cast in which they go around. We also get introduced to Scuzzlebutt, I believe, in that episode as well. And there's this raging volcano. And we also get introduced to Randy Marsh, a very different Randy Marsh than what he would go on to become. But he's got a lot of those later Randy mannerisms that I fucking love about him. He in fact sets all the lava to go into Denver instead from South Park, and he pisses off Denver, Colorado. I fucking love that one. Fucking love that episode. Very early Randy episode. Big Gay Al, Big Gay boat riding, which we get introduced to Big Gay Al, the homosexual of the South Park community, and we also get introduced to Stan's dog Sparky, who was gay, and I actually really like it. You know, it's a pretty damn good, wholesome homo episode. A wholesome homo episode. It was cool. You know, you don't get to see that. Like, this is the 90s, mind you. This is like late 90s, and here they are tackling homosexuality in an episode, and fucking really good episode. Starving Marvin, another character getting introduced. Starving Marvin, an Ethiopian kid who's literally starving, of course. Pretty good episode. We won't get to see Starving Marvin again till season 3, but fucking hell, what an episode. Really good episode. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Poo, the first Christmas special. And an introduction to Mr. Hanky. Howdy ho. Fucking, of course, everyone believes that he's not real and only a figment of Carl's imagination. And every time you see, like, Mr. Hanky to someone, he is literally just shit. He's just feces. But yeah, fucking amazing. A talking piece of Christmas feces is, you know, what I need in my life. Damien, another character getting introduced. Fucking hell, you know, South Park season 1 introduces so many fucking characters that would go on to play mainstays in the series. Of course, Randy Marsh, the big one, going from like nowhere to basically the main characters, one of the main characters in, you know, the fucking hell, season 24 now we're in of South Park. It's mental. It's mental. Damien, obviously the son of the devil. And it also sees Jesus Christ, introduction to him, and an introduction to Satan, which are having a boxing fight, and Satan, you know, takes a dive on the fight just so he can be rich. Pretty fucking good episode. Really good introduction to Damien, who would not make a single appearance in South Park until either the movie or Stick of Truth, the video game. And then the finale, Cartman's Mom is a Dirty Slut. Fucking class title it is. In which we learn the basic premise is who the fuck is Cartman's dad. And yeah, really good episode. Really good cliffhanger for the first season of South Park. Because then it makes people tune into season 2 of South Park. Yeah, really fucking good first season. Strong first season. Introduces so many fucking characters that will go on to play mainstays in both the supporting cast and for Randy, the main cast. I mean, he is the fucking main cast. Really fucking good. Really fucking good. Absolutely fucking love South Park. And this was a really fucking good, strong first season. very rough around the edges, of course. You know, it's got a lot of. They're still trying to find their style, their motif. In fact, they didn't really satirize anything until the third season. So yeah, that's what I kind of think of season one. Pretty good. But of course, the real shit is when you get later on into the series.